Hey guys, I want to talk to you for just a couple minutes about something. Uh, now, first of all, I want to thank all of my subscribers, all of those who watch my videos, who comment. I try to comment to as many of you as I can, who get notifications. All of you, thank you. I would thank you personally, but it would take me over a week to thank over 4,400 people individually. So I'm saying as a group to all of you, thank you for your support. It really does mean a lot, because without you, us YouTube video creators would just be a guy putting a video up. Because of you, we are what we are, and thank you. I'm trying to do good things on here, and I'm going to let you know a little bit about what I'm about and why I am the way I am with police officers and law enforcement. You'll kind of get what I'm saying as I go. Before we get to that, I'm going to post a link in the description box below. It's to an indie film called The Force. It's about Oakland Police Department, and it's on Netflix. There were a group of cameras that followed the Oakland Police Department from 2014 to 2016, and through their turmoils. And you'll see at the end that they go through 3 police chiefs in 9 days. The mayor turns the police department over to the city administrator, saying we need civilian oversight. I don't know if the city administrator is the right person to do that. The jury's out. But I put a link to the trailer down below in the description box if you first want to go see what it's about. But I recommend you go watch it on Netflix. It's an hour and a half long. It pretty much it'll start conversation, I'll tell you that. So getting to what I do on here, I do have press credentials through uspresscorps.org. They do have an expiration, so I have to renew them. You just put in a number, and then it tells you, oh yeah, that is the guy. Okay, that's him. He is registered. So I do have press credentials. I am a journalist. I am a constitutional activist for the Constitution. I am not a sovereign citizen. Some people, I've heard, some auditors have been called sovereign citizens. No, we respect the Constitution. We are out there to educate on the Constitution. We're not sovereign. And I am a constitutional auditor. Some people say, well, what does that mean? Is that like a social experiment? Well, kind of, sort of. We go out and we film in public. Post offices, federal buildings, city buildings, county, police departments, sheriff's departments, even businesses. I mean, you can film a business from a public sidewalk to see if they'll respect your right to film in public. If they don't, if they come out and say, it's against the law to film without permission, educate them. That's what I'm trying to do, is educate and inform people on their right to free press and free speech. No, we have the right to do this as American citizens. It'll open up their minds to other things like, well, can we do this as an American citizen? Or I want people to be constitutionally and American civil right minded here in the United States. That's what I'm trying to do, and overseas. I'm trying to educate and inform everyone that we as American citizens do have rights. We can go out and be free and do whatever we want. This is just the manner in which I choose to educate and inform, is to do audits. So hopefully I do that. I've had people tell me, you can't film a post office. It's against federal statute. Well, you can't give me a federal statute if you wanted to, if your life depended on it, because there isn't one. Read the California Constitution's Article 1. Read the U.S. Constitution, 1st, 4th, 5th Amendments, even the 2nd Amendment if you want. They have a right to go around with a gun on their hip in some states. I don't really know about those audits. I don't know if I'd walk around police officers with a gun on my hip. They have a right to do it. Why am I nice to law enforcement officers and law enforcement people? Because I give what I get. Most police officers are cordial with me. In fact, you see a few of my videos, they're all pretty nice to me. So I don't call them pigs and tyrants, and I don't have a reason. Why be rude to somebody that's being nice to you, I guess? Why generalize? Not all school teachers are pedophiles, and so not all cops are bad. That's just the way it is. You had military soldiers in Afghanistan kicking in doors and raping women. They were doing that. Some of them have been court-martialed. Not all soldiers do that. So I don't really generalize the occupation. I do hold the person accountable. I'm not anti-police. I'm pro-law enforcement. In Texas, I was certified a level 1 peace officer. I went to Austin after going through the academy. I went to Austin. I took the test in Austin, Texas. I passed with a 90-something score. I don't exactly remember my score anymore. I think I have it inside in my folder. But I did pass the test. I was certified level 1 peace officer. My father had passed away. My mother, her health was a little off, so I decided to move back to California and be close to mom. That's why I didn't be a Texas cop, if any of you were wondering. So, and then when I got back here, I wanted to be a cop in California. I just chose a different career path. And then here in the last couple of years, I've been seeing nationwide particular police officers abusing their powers and doing things that, you know, I, through my education and experience through a police academy, know that it's wrong. I'm not just some civilian that goes, well, that's wrong. The cop did it wrong. I've been educated on that. I've gone through the use of force steps. I've gone through police powers. I've been educated on that. So what I'm saying is I know to a certain degree what a bad cop is from education. I can see and go, that's not right. So I'm not anti-cop. I'm anti-bad cop. If you're going to abuse your powers, if you're going to use excessive use of your force on somebody that doesn't deserve it, somebody that's laying on the ground with his hands out, and you run up and jam your knee in the back of his head and handcuff him and then kick him in the face, you're going to be on YouTube. You're going on social media. I'm going to say, look at this cop. Look what he did, man. But on the other side of it, if you're going to be polite and smile and shake hands and say, what up? I'm going to put you on social media and YouTube and say, here's a good cop. Here's a police officer that respects people, respects our right to film. So it goes both ways. You know, we're always saying, let's hold police accountable. Well, let's hold them accountable for being professional too. And let's say, look at that, good cop. You know, why say all cops are bad when they wave at you and go, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up? So that's kind of why I am the way I am with police. That's why I act the way I do in my videos. You know, you've heard of the polite paparazzi. If you haven't, you can Google it on YouTube, polite paparazzi. I'm kind of the polite paparazzi. So I'm polite to everybody until you're not polite. You know, it's like you watch the movie Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze, and he goes, you'll be nice until it's time not to be nice anymore. And the guy goes, well, how do we know when that will be? You don't. I will tell you when that is. So I'm going to be nice until it's time not to be nice anymore. So don't think that, you know, I can be run over. I don't want you guys to think that, well, he's really nice and the cops are just going to tread on him. No, I can be a smartass. I can be a jerk. I can have dry sense of sarcasm. I can bring it. But why bring it to somebody that's being nice to you? So there are law enforcement officers that watch my videos. I do know that. I've had a couple of them tell me they're frustrated too with bad cops, and I'm sure they are. Because when Joe is an asshole, and then Sam shows up and gets out of the car and says, hey, how's it going, guys? What's going on? And they all start flipping him off and calling him an effing pig. He's like, the hell, where'd that come from? Well, Joe is an asshole. That's where it's coming from. So I'm sure they are frustrated with bad cops. But the law enforcement officers that do watch my videos should know that, no, I'm pro-police. I love you guys for what you're doing. But if you're going to abuse your powers, or if you're going to kick somebody that's handcuffed or punch a girl that's being held down, you're going to go on social media. It's just, I'm going to let everybody know. So I made a couple of videos where I talked about bad cops, and you know, the one in Española, New Mexico, the one in Mesa, Arizona. I don't want you guys to get the idea that I'm just anti-cop and all cops are bad. No, those particular police officers chose to make bad decisions, and I'm letting the whole world know these guys are making bad decisions. That's where I stand. News Now Ukaipa, coming right at you, keeping it real, as I used to say. I'll say it again. I'm keeping it real for you. Thank you, and keep watching, guys.